Okay, fourth graders, we're going to practice another problem, multiplying a whole number by a mixed number. So this one you may want to do with me. All right, here we go. So let's start with 5 times the mixed number 7 2/5. All right, there we go. All right, first step. Take that first number, the whole number 5, and turn it into a fraction. And most of you should be able to do that by now. We know that 5 over 1 is the same as 5. So there is in fraction form now. Oh, 1 second. I have a bunny trying to hop on the couch with me. Move on, bunny. I'm sure you'd love to see him in the video with me. All right, here we go. Now, we're going to take that mixed number, we're going to turn it into an improper fraction. So I'm going to use another color. Let's multiply 7 times 5. All right, so that's 35. All right, we're going to add what's on top. So 35 plus 2 is 37. So 37, and we keep the denominator of fifths, so we now have 37 fifths. All right, excellent. I'm going to switch back here to a different color. Now, you know that we have to multiply the numerators and the denominators to get our fraction here. 37 times 5. It isn't a fast fact, so we have to probably do a little work here. This is where if you want to use a lattice, feel free to draw out a lattice on paper. Or if you want to just do traditional, do it over here on the side. Let's do that. 37 times 5, so we can get that product. We know that 7 times 5 is 35. Excellent. We're going to multiply 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. We add what's up at the top, we were grouped. 15 plus 3 is 18. So yeah, that's a big number. We're going to write that down, 185. And now we can multiply our denominator here. 1 times 5 is 5. So, yes, our improper fraction is a big one. 185 over 5. Now, if we want to convert that into a mixed number, let's say our future teacher in 5th or 6th grade wants that in mixed number form, we have to do that. So, on the next slide, let's move on over here. And let's rewrite that. Everybody, you want to rewrite it again? You probably have it on your paper, but give yourself plenty of space. Okay, so now, if we have 185 fifths, that's how we would really say it, we want to turn that into a mixed number. So we're going to take that 185, so we're going to use our partial products. This is going to come in handy. And we're going to divide that by 5. Now, we have to say to ourselves, how can we get close to 185? If you just think off the top of your head, 5 times 10, 5 facts is 50. That's going to take us a while to get there, right? And if we say 5 times 20, that's 100. 20 times 5 is 100. We just doubled that. That's getting closer. That's not bad. What about 30 times 5? If you need a little help over here, you can do that on your paper. 30 times 5, 0 times 5 is 0, 3 times 5 is 15. Oh, 150. Hey, that's a lot closer. Let's try that. 150. I'm going to use my eraser and kind of erase this right now. Get that out of our way. Save a little space. Okay, let's subtract that. 5 minus 0 is 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. Very good. Now, using our knowledge of 5's facts, we want to get close to 35 or exactly 35. So you know that 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is, 35 exactly. That's good. Okay, so let's write that down. Subtract. We get a remainder of 0. Excellent. So take this number on the outside, add that up. 30 and 7 is 37. There's our answer. Now, here's the interesting thing. You have a remainder of 0. So if you were to write that as a mixed number, let me show you what that would look like. So if we did this before, we did this in yellow. We take that number in the top and we rewrite it as a whole number, 37. And then we came down to the remainder. We wrote that 0 in the numerator. We could still do that. And then go to the divisor and write that down. So then it says 37 and 0/5. Interesting. 0/5, if you don't recall this from earlier fraction studies, 0/5 is just 0. So really, this, I'll use a different color, this is just 0, plain 0. So I can just cross that off, and our final answer is just 37, which makes sense because when we look at the division problem, we had a remainder of 0 over here, and our answer was 37. So 185/5, the improper fraction, equals plain old 37. By the way, if you did happen to write it mixed number 37 and 0/5, that would be okay. You just have to remember, anytime you have a fraction where 0 is in the numerator and the top, that's just going to end up equaling 0. So our answer is 37. Good job.